basically, I just wanted to recommend a bunch of stuff, and I will put a playlist with all the best videos from these channels in its description, so you can go look at that after you listen to all the little pitches I give of these different channels. Because I wanted to show like some channels that maybe are like older, so newer people might not know about them, or are just have like good one videos, but they like you have to search through the whole channel to figure out those videos, stuff like that. Just videos or creators that I really enjoy. So one is Exervia. Exervia is like a philosophy channel with a bunch of cool philosophy videos that I recommend. Internet Historian is like a comedic, follows like really funny, weird, wacky stories and puts them in a format that's like animation kind of or story time, and it's really engaging and entertaining. Michael Reeves is like an engineering channel with a bunch of cool like process, like working through the process of like making certain engineering projects. But he's also like he has this flair of comedy that's really engaging, like kind of dark humor type of thing, kind of just like uh, bombastic and what's the word, like destruction oriented, and it's really engaging. Anthpo is a creator who stopped creating recently, but he used to make videos like with his friends on his college campus, and all the videos are really good, and I recommend his whole channel. Basically, they're all really entertaining, and they have a lot of good ideas for like social stuff that I have thought about doing and probably will do in the future. Clint Stevens is a Twitch streamer who I find really engaging and entertaining. They just like their they their laugh is really his laugh is really like funny, and it makes like the comedy of the whole of all of his videos and his streams is just elevated just because of his laugh. And I think the comedy is really good in and of itself, and so it's just really entertaining videos. If you don't know what to watch, I would recommend Clint Stevens, like Clint Stevens vods or Clint Stevens channel. Astral Spiff plays a bunch of like horror game, or not horror game. He plays a bunch of horror type games, but mostly he's a speedrunner, and he will speedrun a bunch of games, and he'll make really interesting to watch videos that can be potentially long about speedrunning or doing a certain challenge for a game that are all really good. ManlyBadassHero is a gaming channel that goes over like a bunch of indie games, like a ton of indie games, and he's found so many that are really good that I've found from that, and I recommend I'll probably recommend the Circuit 6 video, because that game, I forgot to recommend that in the games list recommendations, but he just covers so many games, and some of them are just like insanely good. It's crazy. Ian Hubert. Ian Hubert's like a blender, aficionado. Basically, he makes a bunch of like videos with really cool styles that is like cyberpunk, and it's like it's really stylistically engaging and like what to watch. It's really interesting because it's a bunch of CG like tech stuff, and he has a story, and some like he has Dynamo Dream, which is his main story like conduit, I guess, for the CG stuff, and it has a story that is a bit engaging, but it's mostly about the atmosphere, and the atmosphere is great. So I recommend Ian Hubert channel. Critical Role, specifically their one-shots playlist, because their main stuff it's really long, and if you want to kill like a ton of time, you can watch them. But they're also like it's not like in order to get through like a certain campaign, you would be behind like enough time, so you just want to jump to the current campaign and you wouldn't know what's happening, and so you're not really involved with them. But that's why I recommend the one-shots, because the one-shots have really interesting like campaigns, like specifically the bears adventure, where they're like all bears and they have to collect honey and stuff, or like they're doing like an Ocean's 11 robbery as bears, and they're trying to like rob the honey stash, and it's really funny and engaging, and like it's like a unique game type. And Cinderbrush Monster Hearts, which is like a high school monster high school type thing, and it is so good. Like that's one of my favorite videos on the internet. I have it in my fave videos playlist on this channel that you can go check out that playlist if you want to see my favorite videos on YouTube. You can go check that one out. But yeah, specifically the one shots of Critical Role. Tama Kid is like has a bunch of videos on just interesting pop culture, like specifically like Y2K pop culture, or like merch or like art stuff, like for example dolls or miniatures or stuff like that. And they all their videos are really inspiring for like that aspect of like learning new art styles or being engaged in like a process of creating like a figurine or whatever. So I recommend them. Wendigoon has a bunch of really good long form videos that they make that are really engaging, ranging from true crime, analog horror recaps, or like just showing them weird interesting stories, or like just engaging videos like on books. And like all of his videos are really good. Like he has some really good ones. I recommend the pizza bombing heist because it's really weird and interesting. And yeah, LocalScriptMan, if you're into movie making or like kind of that aspect of like thinking about scripts and like what's good in movies, like I am. Like I'm a critical analyzer of pretty much all mediums that I encounter. LocalScriptMan is a movie, like he has a bunch of good like video essay videos on like specifically cinematic stuff, and it's really engaging, and I recommend. Minecraft and MineZ Hardcore from Peanut Butter Gamer. These series are really interesting, and I used to love them. They're all extremely old now, and they have some like a bunch of problematic creators in them, but the stories in the several things that they do are really comedic, really engaging, really interesting, and they have like this interesting social dynamic where it's like it like gives me like some inspiration of like things I could do with like if I have a friend group in the future, of like gives me a bunch of inspiration for that. And so I think it's all those things make it really engaging. The Dream SMP highlights, the Dream SMP like lore type videos are really good. Not just like not the streams, because it only starts getting good once they start like developing like a pseudo narrative or like a story. And the streams kind of just, they're just doing nothing until they kind of start to do the stories. And so the highlights kind of just pick out the main points of the story that's engaging. And I think the highlights are really good because the story is interesting and funny and engaging and stuff. Corridor and Corridor Crew. Corridor Crew has a ton of old videos that are really engaging vlog formats, and like we'll talk about like different they're like a film studio, or like they make YouTube videos, and so like it's very inspiring for like ways to make movies or ways to make videos, stuff like that. They have a bunch of cool ideas that they present. They have a bunch of cool stuff that they present, and their main channel, which is Corridor, they have a bunch. They publish their videos that they've made, and they're all pretty engaging, and it's very interesting to watch. Node, specifically Spyfall. I want to play this game so bad. It's a game called Spyfall, and the Node plays it. Node is like a partially Corridor adjacent, so they like have Corridor members on it because the Node location is like near Corridor Crew, like the Corridor studio. And the way that they play Spyfall is really funny, engaging, and the game is really cool. So all of those is the reason to watch their Spyfall videos. Kane Pixels. Kane Pixels has a ton of really engaging CG, interesting horror videos, and they all have their own unique parts about them that are really engaging, so I recommend. Alpha Oxtrot is funny, like a gameplay channel, is kind of small. Uh, Edits really zoomer-y, I would say. So if you don't like that, maybe avoid him. But his videos are really entertaining for me and engaging, and just he also plays like a. It's like one of the only gaming channels I've really gotten into because I don't really watch gaming channels, but I recommend. Hazel is a like video essay on really interesting topics, and I recommend her YouTube. It's if you like pop culture, anime, Pokemon type stuff, all of that, she kind of goes, or like games, she goes really in depth with certain topics that are really interesting. maedotmkv is Hazel's friend that I learned about, and their VODs are really good, and I've been really enjoying them recently. They're it's very centered around comedy, I would say, and the comedy is really good in the streams, and it's like long form content because it's in like VOD form, and that has been really engaging and interesting for me. So I've been really enjoying maedotmkv VODs, so I recommend. Always Slightly Sleepy is an ASMR channel with some really interesting videos that I found randomly. They talk about like archetypes of personality traits in these couple of videos that they did, and I found those very interesting. They have like a bunch of like clips and things that they'll say that like are just show a level of thinking and like commentary beyond the ASMR portion that's comedic and engaging. And so it's like top tier, and the ASMR is also very good. So I recommend. Egilea ASMR, extremely good cosplay ASMR channel, and that's pretty much it. They know somehow so many characters. They know like all the lore about the characters somehow. It's crazy, and I really like that they do a bunch of characters from like series that I enjoy. Like for example, like Bayonetta. Like the character Bayonetta is really engaging to watch in an ASMR format, and just they have a bunch of videos like just characters, and they know the lore about them, so it's really engaging, and I recommend. It's also very good ASMR. ASMR Latte, very good ASMR. Just long form content ASMR. I just recommend. Offline TV, I would say, is just an entertaining channel. I would recommend watching their videos just because they're entertaining. First and foremost, I would say they're just, and they have really funny comedy because Michael Reeves is in Offline TV, and they have like creators like Lily Pichu, Disguised Toast, who I think is really funny. Skara, just a bunch of interesting creators, and it's engaging. Roflgator VODs is I watch a ton of. Roflgator's a VR chat Twitch streamer who facilitates a large group of friends in VR chat and host events for them, and all of the videos are really interesting. Like all of the VODs are really interesting because of the various like ways he'll make like certain events for, or like delegate making events to different people in the thing so that he can experience events. And they have a lot of interesting role play like videos that they do, games that they play that seem like really fun, and I've thought about like, or I've tried implementing stuff with my small friend group from them, and so I think that like, so it's socially inspiring and it's comedic, and they have all their avatars can be lewd and are very entertaining to watch. So it's a very entertaining stream. Jerma VODs. Jerma is like an anomaly and is hilarious to watch. The videos I recommend that I think are insanely funny are his Breath of the Wild playthrough videos. It's insane how like he finds so many ways to not understand what's going on, and he has so many bits that are just hilariously amazing because of like his persona of a character. Like it's actually crazy that Jerma's so goated. I feel like just amazing creator. Some analog core recommendations that I will just rapid fire. These are analog core that I watched and I enjoy. The Oldest View by Kane Pixels, GREYLOCK, Walten Files, specifically the third video because it's like a much better hook than the first two videos, I feel like, and it jumps you in immediately to the story and kind of lays out the entire story in like a single video. Vita Carnis, the Mandela Catelogue, which is, I think, the scariest set of videos on the internet, like legitimately. So if you want to be extremely terrified, watch the Mandela Catelogue. The Backrooms, either the Kane Pixel vids for a story or just random YouTube videos for the atmosphere. There are a bunch of Backrooms creators that just make like CG renders of just people walking through the Backrooms. Those are amazing. I love watching those. And they're just, a lot of them are just really long and very interesting to watch. And FNAF Plus, which I believe has been discontinued, but, or like the channel is gone. I need to fact check this, but I don't really care about fact checking. But I'm pretty sure they have re-uploads. So if I find any, it will be linked in the playlist with all of these best videos in a playlist, and that is the first link in the description of this video. So go check out videos and have fun watching stuff. All right, I will see you. Thank you for watching.